what is the topic that you should see on the test? First of all, do you know how to convert degree to radian? Right? So degree to radian. Okay. It's not plugged in, sorry. Okay, degree to radian. So for example, can you convert 130 degrees to radians? Oh, B, can you convert like says 200, 100, let me say 144 degrees radian? So those are be good review question. Radian to degree. Can you convert says 7 pi over 5 or that says 2 pi over 3, convert to radians. So those are pretty easy questions. You should start with those. You know how to find. So MSC 5.1. Angle to radian, radian to degree. Do you know how to find coterminal angle? So coterminal angle. Anybody remember what's coterminal angle? Yes. Ashton, go ahead. Or subtract 2 pi, right? So what is, like, I will ask you a positive coterminal angle and negative coterminal angle of this. So I could ask you, let's say A, let's say 48 degrees. So obviously 408 degree is the positive angle, the coterminal angle. Or negative 312 degree is coterminal angle. I can ask you something like negative 45 degrees, then 315 degrees is going to be the positive. Negative is going to be negative 405. Okay. Can I ask you in terms of radians? Yeah. 2 pi over 5. What is coterminal angle? You add 2 pi and subtract 2 pi. So, and can I give you a negative 7 pi over 4? Pi over 4 or negative 23 pi over 4, something like that. So coterminal angle, you gotta be able to find. So that's 5.1. Do you know how to convert angle? Do you know how to, if I give a rotation of a tire like this, right? Let's just say if I have a tire of inches of, I don't know, I can give it diameter or the radius. So let's give you a diameter of, I don't know, 24, I say 28 inches. And at 600 revolution per minute. And I want you to convert to mile per hour. Do you know how to do that? And that will be one question there. I think this is probably a more difficult questions to understand how to convert from a revolution per minute to mile per hour, or convert to angular velocity. Look at your notes. You should talk about this. You should have homework on this. And we're talking about angular velocity is how much angle is changing. So all the exact value today is on the test. You know, it could be like, I don't know, cosecant. I didn't ask this one, but cosecant of negative pi over 6. I didn't ask this one. Do you know what's cosecant of negative pi over 6? Right? Do you know what's tangent of um, pi over 6? I also didn't ask this one either on a quiz. So you should know like stuff like this. And today just a quiz. Do you guys know what's cosecant of negative pi over 6? Jay? No? You gotta know. Yes? -2 is right. Yeah. Because the 1 over cosecant of negative pi over 6, those are exact values. Now, if I were to ask you to use calculator, so if there was a calculate question, and this is going to be AP exam as well, can you find secant of 12 degrees? Is it possible for you to find secant of 12 degrees? What you supposed to press? Get your calculator out. Can you find what is secant of 12 degrees? How do I find secant of 12 degrees? You can find tangent of 12 degrees pretty easily. But can you find secant of 12 degrees? Your calculator setting need to be in terms of degree here. You gotta know when to use degree, when to use radian. How do you find secant of 12 degrees? 1 over cosine. So you're gonna type in 1 divided by cosine of 12 degrees. I don't know what that value is.
1.02.
What?
1.022.
Is that right? 1.022? Okay, 3 decimal places on AP exam. So can you find out the cotangent of 74 degrees? Yes, that's 1 over tangent of 74 degrees. Figure out what is 1 divided by tangent. Calculate question. Can I give you a triangle? Can I give you a word problem? And then can I say this is 10, this is 40 degrees. Can you find out the x and can you find out r using SOHCAHTOA? I'll give you another question to practice this. Can I give you a question like this? So this one is 50 degrees and this one is 7 and this is r and this is x. Okay, can you find out all this r and x? Remember, it's relevant to which angle you are giving. 50 degree. So do you know how to find those? Right, 50 degrees. Do you know how to find the angle? If I have 3 and 4, do you know how to find this angle? This is 90 degrees. And all this has to be 90 degrees, so it's called 90 degree trigonometries. So SOHCAHTOAs. Okay, so those can you find the angle on this situation? So A, B, C, D, I can ask you all those. However, using calculate question, can I ask you secant pi over 12? This one's harder because you want to convert your calculator to radian setting, and you need to figure out where is the pi over 12 in your calculator. You had to change your rate mode to radian first, because what's given is not angle anymore. It's not degree anymore. So change your mode to radians first, and type in secant of pi over 12. Well, it's 1 over cosine of pi over 12. There's a pi button on your calculator. You gotta go find it. Okay, here. I can give you a coordinate that says -7, 5. I can say this is the terminal side. And find 6 trig ratio. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw a graph, -7 and 5. And it's gonna have something like this. So this is -7 and +5. You can figure out a third side, and you can find out SOHCAHTOA for all of them.
With questions, you don't have to find the center angle, right?
Huh?
You don't have to look for theta, right?
Nope. You just need to draw a reference triangle. Make sure it's a butterfly situation. Can I give you, this is the hardest question. Tangent of theta is equal to 2/3 negative. And cosine of theta is greater than 0. Find cosine theta and cosecant theta. This will be a hard question. Find cosine theta and cosecant theta. If tangent theta is equal to -2/3, cosine theta is greater than 0. This one you cannot use calculator. How would you do it? We talked about this yesterday. Can you find it? Draw the quadrant, double check which quadrant it is by assigning check. When's cosine theta is greater than 0, when's tangent theta is equal to negative. What? Quadrant 4, good.
What does it say about the sequence?
Find
Cosine theta.
cosine theta and cosecant theta.
Yeah.
How did she know it's quadrant 4? Because cosine is greater than 0. This is a double check system here. Does that make sense? When's tangent equal to negative? 2 and what? 2 and 4. So the double check system that give you a reference angle right here. So which one is 2? Which one is 3? Which one's a negative? Two is negative, 3 is positive. Good. Why? Because it's below x-axis, so y value should be negative, right? What's the third side? Well, square root 13. 9 plus 4. What is cosine theta? Well, cosine theta is equal to 3 over root 13. 313 over 13. So you should know how to do this type of questions. Do you know how to find reference angle? What is reference angle? Yes. Okay, so let me give you a question. I'm gonna give you two questions. One is 186 degrees. What is the reference angle of 186 degrees? What? 6 degrees. Good. But let me ask you a tricky one. About 4 pi over 7. What is the reference angle for 4 pi over 7?
360.
No. It's in terms of radian. If I give you radian, you'll give me an answer in radians. 3 pi over 7. Because at 7 pi over 7 is the closest x-axis. And 4 pi over 7 is past the hash mark, which is 3.5 pi is right at pi over 2. So therefore it's over that. So the closest is to 7 pi over 7. Yes.
What if you get like 45 degrees?
45 degrees? The reference angle is 45 degrees. Because the reference angle has to be between 0 to 90. If it's on the first quadrant, it's going to be first quadrant value. That'll be a tricky question, yeah. Okay, so easy reference angle. That's what you should be expecting on the test. We are gonna talk about a couple more things tomorrow, and then we're test gonna be boom on Thursday.
Oh my gosh,
Huh? What question?
I know what it's doing. It's just I had it in my head that like I know what the sign is. Look at my work, I have it down. One word. And then so
I will say don't worry about it. The reason why it's like this is you're gonna be fun, and I know it's gonna be fun because it's like a sports. Sometimes you learn more when you lose a game, and there's no go back to redo that game.
okay.
But it is okay because I believe that you can bounce back. This is only in quiz grade, so it's very minor.
Okay.
It's not a really big deal. The big deal is the test grade. I just wanted people to keep people on toes. But I also know you mess up, but sometimes you learn from your mess up more than you learn from your 100 on your test. Okay? You'll be fine. Trust me, I'm not here to harm your grade,
Okay.
but you'll be fine.
Yeah, I did.
What?
Yeah, I did. Don't worry.
You did what? You did homework?
I did
Why do you listen on bed worse? I wrote down some, so you believe me. I got so
Okay, sweetie.
Huh?
Are you okay? No?
I was laying on over there yesterday. Between like,
I was thought about that.
huh?
Somebody told me about
I was laying on top of there. I was like feeling so sick.
I was told you were knocked out during
Are you
the
still sick?
exam.
I was just sleeping. I can't even sleep. I just lay there. Huh?
Are you still feeling bad?
Yeah, I just cough like nonstop. But it's not as bad it used to be because when I have this cough, I will cough nonstop. Not there yet. Like, it's like you will hear me like coughing right now. Like right now I have like a break time between like probably a cough every once like 10 minutes.
Huh.
But if I cough every 2 minutes, and that's bad.
What?
When I have cough, I have a really bad cough.
Everyone, I keep hearing everybody in the hall.
Too damn cold.
Oh, I got sick. I'm sick. Really bad. I have a competition this weekend. I don't want to.
Just wear a mask. Stay away from people.
I tried. It's really difficult.
Mr. Can you go over the last page that you assigned? I'm missing out. Be the one that wait, 2x values.
See about every 10 minutes.
She gets some tea.
Do you have cough? No.
I'm gonna call her in my tea. I'll have my tea. My tea down.
Can I like turn this into the CD or something?
What is that?
That's so cool.
What do you think, Nancy?
We're in the end of here.
Because we leave late.
What?
We leave late, and I was gonna do it between classes.
You leaving today?
No. No, like in class, we usually leave class. Because notes, you know.
Oh, yeah, hurry up. Go, run.
When we do USUM, if we plug X3, we don't have to change the bounds, right?
What?
Like,
No, I'm gonna ask you to get used to that. Use the U-bound. The reason being is the question on AP exam they always write in terms of U-bound, and then never write in a way that you have to use X-bound. And also when you go, for most of people that go in here, that go into calculus 2, then you have to get used to U-bound because later in terms of data and stuff like that, you just have to get used to it.
Patient 0.
Huh?
You're patient 0.
I'm not patient. I'm fine.
why don't you open those windows?
I can open over you.
Like, no, they don't.
I didn't want to take these. Oh, wait. I can do a lot. Okay.
Oh, that last I know that. I know. Oh,
Oh my god.
Do you know how many people in your room like I've seen people use their AirPods? I don't.
Yeah, but they have options. So what happened? But you also got.
No, you just that's it. Like asking a bunch of someone on the
Bro, I like 25. It is.
You do ask for a lot. You ask an iPad and a thing. You don't ask for things that's educational. You ask for AirPods. No, yeah, it's gonna be down forever.
oil with
Don't get too square.
That's like
You because
this one I like. This one is really weird.
there you go. And yeah, and then what's the immigration square view? That's easier.
Yeah, we got the
It's like 3 guys.
No, I put this on photo map and have text to me. And then just turn
Oh, okay.
turn out really weird.
What do you get for time? Wait.
I think this one was just like you're splitting the cross. You're just integrating each one separately.
You're doing it without you can do that. But you can't. Where did the X go? My goodness. That's fine. What's else?
Bring it up.
We're good for one or something.
Yeah.
And then to make dx,
Yeah. Yeah.
x, y, and so then
Yeah. We can go through negative times. What was your photo map? You're just
Why do you not use the like the alright, it gives me like I like this.
Yeah.
I'm like I thought I did before and I thought it would take the derivative of both sides.
no, take the derivative of this. Why do you mean? If you take the derivative of the x, it should give you the
No,
derivative.
not the thing. I'm kind of weird because it's like if you said you just square root of x,
No, that's just screwed up.
but you don't change it, so you not change the because they cancel out.
Bro, what are you talking about? I'll bring up What's wrong?
Equal to negative.
Yeah, I know. That's wrong. That's wrong. So do we actually.
I just the ln here.
I'm gonna airdrop you the answer so that way you can check.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna airdrop you the answer so you can post it on WhatsApp if you want.
I want to put this in the same thing.
I airdrop you answer so you can check. Rayhan, did you do your homework? Rayhan, did you do your homework? Yes. Can't see it.
That's what
Oma, did you do your homework? Adam, did you do your homework? Can I see it? I need to look at it. Do you check your answers? Okay. You finished?
No,
It looked like it's kind of sus.
but I'll finish it up today.
No, you have to split them.
I got the one.
Split all of them and take integrate out each one.
Read it.
Goes again, like months. Dude, it's over. Triggered the end of it. I think it's very similar to the. We have to like.
Yeah, so if you're trying to read. Are we saying, are we like switching the terms? Yeah.
Right, yeah, right.
Yeah, so that's d over 2 1 2 x. So you cross the top.
Eli, ask question.
You're not understanding.
No, you're not. Just sit there.
Sometimes it's just fun.
Read the
Two E two X, right? That's
You made that EU, right? You made that EU, remember? Come on, bro. Yeah.
You wanna make sure you show yourself.
Because, I mean, it does use a graphic user, but it's, I would just assume you would pull out the calculator. You know, how else are you gonna check your
If you wanted to, you can just.
Yeah, how
Maybe it
how
equals
else are you gonna check your answer?
0 to 5.
You're gonna calculate, you're gonna count the squares.
You're gonna plug it
Okay.
in this equation and zero.
I got ln of e to the x plus n to the negative x. I use good stuff for all of them. Well, except for like 2. Use e to the x plus e to the negative x. If you take the derivative, then you can just cancel. I got to 98.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
When you check the FTC for like the definite variables, you get ln of something, absolute value something, minus ln of absolute value something. You know what I mean, right? Like just like doing the absolute. All right. Can you like do like apply that to ln absolute value that's like over absolute value again? Or if I'm not sure what the absolute value is.
All right. Kevin, have a seat.
That's up, bro.
All right, question you guys have that don't know how to do?
105, please.
What does 105 says? What does 105 says?
Oh, 5 minus e to the x over e to the 2 x.
5 minus e to the x like this?
Yeah, and then over e to the 2x.
You split them. You split them. I mean, I just do it really quickly, but I know that's gonna be reciprocal, so it's gonna be -2 on the bottom. I can do that in my head, but usually you wanted that u equal to -2x, and here's u equal to -x. And please, when you like, I see like Nathan, when you're teaching somebody, just like, oh yeah, -2. No, write down dx. Same thing as Eli. Yeah.
You don't recommend splitting?
What?
You don't recommend splitting it up?
That's what I did.
Oh, okay, okay. Understood.
None of those questions should take more than 45 seconds. Next question, hurry up.
118.
I don't know what's on 18 says, but show me.
So it's a definite integral. So pi over 3 to pi over 2. What other? Oh,
Oh, the other way around?
Yeah, but it wasn't on it. So
Like this?
It wasn't homework.
Let's do it anyway.
it's e to the power secant 2x.
Oh yeah, this is fun. What would you want u equal to here?
Secant 2x.
Yeah. Because du equal to secant 2x, tangent 2x. Don't forget 2, because there's a chain rule. dx. E to the u, secant of 2x, tan of 2x. This one's going to be du over 2 secant of 2x, tan of 2x. Cross it out, boom, 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 boom. 1/2 e to the u. What is secant of pi? Because you plug in pi over 2. Oh, wait. Yeah, you plug in pi over 2. What's secant of pi? -1. What is secant of, I don't know, 2 pi over 3? -2?
-2. Yeah.
So that is going to be -2 and -1. Does that make sense? So it'd be 1/2. Well, the integration e to the u just e to the u. So it'd be e to the -1 minus e to the -2. I can combine fraction if I really want to. So it'd be e over e squared minus 1. And that's my final answer. Light work.
Can I see how you would do 108?
108.
I just want to see how you.
U equal to e to the 2x. Yeah, that's a good question.
Do cosecant times.
Yeah, e to the 2x cosecant of. That's a good question, actually.
You just,
E to the 2x. U equal to e to the 2x. Du is equal to e 2x2 dx. So that's going to cancel out. So it'd be cosecant u e to the 2x. This one's du over 2 e to the 2x. Cancel out 1/2 cosecant of u. It's 1/2 ln negative cosecant of u plus cotangent of u plus c. And u is equal to e to the 2x. And that's it.
That's long.
I memorized that one.
that's what I was asking, like that one step. Is it you just multiply by cosecant plus cotangent?
You had to memorize integration of tangent, which is negative natural log of cosine of x. You had to remember integration cotan, it'd be natural log of sine of x plus c. And you had to remember the secant, which is ln of secant of x plus tan of x.
Tangent, secant, and cosecant.
Huh?
Tangent, cosecant, secant.
We show you the proof of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always prove it, but you don't have to. That's why you memorize it. Next question. Okay, I want to go over that one question from yesterday. Remember, they say e to the 2x from 0 to k. The area is equal to 3. I think that's what the question was, right? E to the 2x dx between 0 to k. Is that okay? Is equal to 3. So you write down SS. You know u equal to 2x here, u equal to 2 dx. So integration of e to the u, this is a half, right? So this is 2k, this is 0. Is that okay? I plug in K. Right? Am I going too fast? Plug in K, so it's 2K. Plug in 0 is 0. So it'll be e to the
Oh, okay.
2K over 2 minus e to the 0 over 2 is equal to 3. So e to the 2K over 2 minus 1/2 equal to 3. I multiply by 2 on both sides, so now I have an ln of e to the 2K. So it'll be 2K equal to ln 7. K equal to ln 7 over 2. This question is a good test question.
You know how you go like at the very pretty much kind of at the very beginning it's like 1/2 2K and it goes 2 you did you plugged in like 2K and 0. I don't know like
I change your boundary.
Okay, I understood the change of boundaries the next step where it's like I don't know you got like e 2K over 2 minus e 0 over 2 equals 3. You just plugged in like I think you plugged in like 2K and 0, but I don't know how to break this. Like,
What are e's or 0?
I know it's what I'm saying like when you plugged in those two. I just did e to the u, right? Okay, you didn't plug back in.
Yeah, integration e to the u is e to the u. Between 2K.
That was my question. Why was it not like 4K or something?
So why no like they have e to the 2K?
Yeah.
How come it's not 4K?
Yes, yes.
Because I thought I didn't mean over, but I thought you
Then you got like 2K.
You plug in K to the X, so it's 2K. Yes.
Can you do 121
Ah.
on the bottom of the page?
Oh, okay. Okay, dy equal to x e to the ax squared dx. Integration of that, y. U equal to ax squared. Du equal to 2ax dx. So that is du over 2ax equal to dx. So that's integration ax. This is the u. Du over 2ax. X cancel out. 1 over 2a integration e to the u du. I like the question you had to split, so make sure you can split. Okay, can I go to the next topic? Are you guys okay? All right, we're gonna go to 5.3, which is the derivative of inverse function.
Is it a lot of
It's not a lot of notes, but it's complex notes.
That's something about this. Wrong.
Do you guys all know how to find inverse function?
Yeah.
All right, let's ask you. What's the inverse function of x over x minus 4? Oh. What?
It's a negative x minus 4 over x.
It's x over x minus 4.
No, like
No, Kevin, no. That's not how you do it.
Come on. You guys cannot pass my algebra 2 class if you cannot find the inverse function of this. No, find the inverse.
Pretty sure. When you move the negative force of the other parts.
It is probably. Already did it.
Oh boy. How many of you guys don't know how to find inverse function? Everybody from Ollie or everybody from Cooper?
All. Cooper got me right this year.
Huh?
always?
Cooper got us right.
Cooper should be better. Y equal to x over x minus 4. You had to switch the x and y. And you had to solve for y. And then you had to isolate the y. Ollie doesn't teach anything.
That's the trick.
That's wrong.
Yes.
That's wrong.
It should be positive for
Yeah, I
x.
thought it was positive on that one.
If you move it, negative for x equals 1. Stop, try it. I'm just looking for hers, dude.
Should be what?
Luke said, I told you it was negative.
It's just positive, but not negative.
On the bottom's y minus x.
No, the top is plus 4x.
Yeah, that's correct.
It can be it can be negative.
I got
Hold on, let me double check my math.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit on different ways. So you could have 4x over x minus 1. You can have that. Okay, that's how you find the inverse. Oh my god, all you guys don't know how to find inverse?
Bro.
So sad. Okay, alright, whatever. Okay, so one thing you have to know that the relationship of inverse function, so we're gonna call this f inverse of x. Call it inverse, do not call it negative 1 power. If you call negative 1 power, I'm gonna kick you. I'm serious. Because if you think about negative 1 power, you think it was 1 over f of x. It's not true. F inverse of x is completely different. Okay? All right. So here's my next question. My next question is, okay, so some basic function you need to understand is the inverse function, it should have a coordinate swap. What I mean by, if you look at here, if you type in both functions, right? I forgot what the function was. X minus 4, right? If I draw a table here, it's gonna give you this. And what's the inverse function? It was 4x over x minus 1, right? Is that right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type in 0.2. What am I gonna get? Do you see that? Do you see if I type in -1? I got 2. Do you see that? The coordinate is completely swapped. And not only that, you should have a symmetry line y equal to x. So it doesn't matter what value I plug in, right? So let's say I plug in, let's say if I plug in -7. Yeah, that's symmetry line.
Both sides are equal?
No, they are just symmetry. The original function and the inverse function, they are symmetry to each other at y equal to x. So they have two quality that understand is x and y is completely swapped. Does that make sense? Sophia, you have Cooper or you have Audi? That's good. Blacksmith, you have Cooper or Audi?
Ollie.
So, Ria, you have Audi or Cooper? Do you know how to find the inverse function? Okay. So all the Audi kids don't know how to find it. If you don't cheat, you actually can do it. You actually can know the stuff. I think Daniel did not cheat. You did not cheat. There's some people just look up answer online, so they don't learn shit. Alvin? Okay.
I heard something interesting about J2 math competition games. Did they both score the same?
For the team competition. No, one still scores slightly better. But my best one is actually pre-cal, which is, I'm kind of surprised because they scored 28 points. Out of 200 points. But they actually did pretty good. Consider I didn't expect them to score 1 point. I thought it was gonna go and get destroyed. But I have a good kid in there. I want you to see the difference here. Do you guys see this? What do you see there? The coordinate swap completely. If it's inverse each other, you switch x and y, they should swap completely on everything, which is nice, right? So here's a question. How about it's possible for me to find inverse function of this one? Is it possible for me to find inverse of this?
That's it.
X to the third plus x minus 1. Is it possible or no?
Everything's possible to see. But probably not because then we factor out the y. Yeah.
It's not possible. Not everything's possible.
Hey, your mind.
Can you beat Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I'll tell you,
You can break his legs. If you take a bat and break his legs,
I'll tell you,
In a fair game?
in a fair game this year,
anything's
I'm
possible.
playing bully ball.
I'm just throwing a ball at his face. That's fair.
All right. So the thing is, you cannot find the inverse function. Okay, let's talk about those two things on the things. On the inverse function, you should understand the quality. Those quality is the f of x and f inverse of x has one swap coordinate. Has swap coordinates. Two, has symmetry to y equal to x. Okay? So far, do you understand? Very important understanding. In order function to have inverse, so in order the function to have inverse, it must be either one-to-one function. Do you guys ever hear one-to-one? What is one-to-one? You're bullshitting.
With the exact number from one to the other. No.
One-to-one, do you know what's one-to-one? Huh?
Division.
No. Okay, fine. Do you know what's monotonic mean? It must be monotonic.
Always increasing, decreasing.
Oh, good. Always increasing and always decreasing. So the function has to be going straight up or straight down. It cannot be a parabola. Parabola cannot have inverse function unless you restrict it, by the way. Parabola cannot have a function. So you must pass horizontal line test, right? So a parabola fail horizontal line test, so you cannot have inverse function. You have to cut the parabola halfway in order to have inverse. That's some basic understanding. It must be monotonic. Okay, so so what is monotonic? Monotonic is the function always increasing or always decreasing. So there's some basic understanding about inverse function. So now let's talk about what is the derivative. Okay, this is the formula. You just have to memorize it. That'll be easier to memorize. The derivative of inverse function. So it'll be, let's just say f of x and g of x. G of x is the inverse of f of x. Now, if I want to say, can I find out the inverse function derivative at this specific x value? It's going to be 1 over f prime of g of x. This one, unfortunately, you can memorize it or you can understand it. It's very hard to memorizing.
It's just you just
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a question and let you think about it. The question says f of x is equal to x cubed plus 2x minus 1. And I want to find f prime inverse of 2. Okay, is it possible for me to find f prime inverse of 2?
No.
no, because it'll be a
It's not monotonous. Not monotonic.
It is monotonic. Graph it. It is monotonic. They keep on going up. They keep on going up.
Oh, it's
I don't know. Graph it. Don't believe anything I say. I could be lying to you.
to be like.
Why would I not?
trying to get like the Japanese topic.
Was I lying to you?
I think so, because oh no, no, you're not. Never mind. No.
It had a pausing point probably.
Yeah.
And I'd go up. Okay, so the problem is, how do we find inverse function? We can't. It's not possible for us to find inverse function. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna understand that I'm gonna draw a chart here, and this is x and this is f of x here, and this one is x and this f inverse of x. Okay. We obviously want this to be 2, right? We want to find out what this 2 is. And this 2, since it has a coordinate swap, can I go to 2 for the y function? So I can figure out what the 2 is equal to x cubed plus 2x minus 1. I'm going to go and solve it. X cubed plus 2x minus 3, I think. Now, it's not possible for me to solve. Sometimes it's not possible for me to solve. There's one way to solve this equation. Is just brute force. Guessing a number. Which x equal to? X is equal to what in order to get zeros? Start with the easy number. 1. So if x equal to 0, this is the function, the solution to this. Because 1 plus 2 minus 3 is equal to 0. Is that okay? So this must be 1. Does that make sense? So what I just got is, I got this is 1, and this is also 1, right? But remember, we are applying this function. We say, okay, well, we want to find out g prime of 2. Is that okay? Because 2 is the inverse. So that's going to be f prime of g of 2.
Sorry, why are we finding G prime again? Oh, no.
I have the. I thought we did like the inverse part. We plugged it back into G.
Oh, it says what's the derivative?
We just found G.
We just found g of 2 though. So it'll be f prime of what? 1, right? So can I take a derivative of that function and plug in 1? So f prime of x is equal to 3x squared plus 2. And I'm going to take a derivative of that, and I'm going to plug in 1 here. So it'll be 3 times 1 squared plus 2. And that's equal to 1 over 5. So it's going to be derivative is 1 over 5. Since there's no way for you to solve a y. There's no way for you to solve a y because it's not possible. So we can use the inverse derivative idea, and then you can solve for that.
Could you do the table backwards?
No.
Could you plug in 2 to the equation and then get your y value and then just,
That's what I did. I plug in 2 into f of x. Okay. Is that okay? Okay, so I have f of x is equal to x minus 4. And I want you to figure out f prime, f inverse of prime of 2. What?
Above 2 equals x.
What?
What's the line numbers? Above 2 equals x.
So f prime of x equal to 3x squared plus 2. I just take a derivative of that.
That's the symbol before.
Is f prime of x equal to 3x squared plus 2.
roll up, please?
So the idea is I don't need to find inverse function. I can take a derivative without going to the inverse using that.
What should we do? Right.
Nathan, you want to go competition on March 2nd?
About that. I have another game in Miami that day.
Okay.
What time is that? 8, so right? Same time?
Yeah, but this one's further because this one's in Sanford. You're
Is that
not
on the
gonna
way
make
to
it.
Or no?
Huh?
Is that all the way to Miami?
No, it's not Sanford.
From
It's opposite.
It's UCL.
No, it's Sanford. It's not opposite.
East, west.
North.
Damn.
30 minutes north.
Do you know Inter Miami? It's the pro team.
Huh?
Pro team Inter Miami, where like Messi plays in.
Uh-huh.
That's where we're playing. With the academy.
Nice.
Oh, shoot.
So you need to no, like man, they'll be training. Usually it's the pro team training. Yeah, they know like. I wonder if I'm probably gonna see a Messi little brother play. Not a Messi like son. Thiago. He's like 12. So he's like the usual like Thiago. Messi. Should be his ass.
Look, you got an answer? Is that what you got? Sophia, is that what you get?
So the question is to find the inverse.
No, it's as to find inverse and a prime. The derivative of inverse function at the specific value. Then you got it. Hurry up. I don't know what the answer is, but I go and figure out there was x value, there's f of x value, there was x, and there's f inverse of x, right? So that means we have to figure out what 2 here, right? So that means this is 2. Is that okay? So 2 is equal to x minus 4. So 4 equal to x minus 4. And then x is equal to 8, I believe. So this is 8, this is 8. Now, this, all I gotta do is follow that. So g prime of x, which is g prime of 2, which is the inverse function, is equal to 1 over f prime of g of 2. Well, g of 2 is equal to 8. Right? And now we can find out what's f prime of x. F prime of x is equal to 1/2 x to minus 4 to the negative 1/2 times 1. So if I plug in 8, that's equal to 1/2. This is square root of 4. That's equal to 1 over 4. So 1 over 1 over 4 is 4. Our answer is 4.
What? And you will never put something on accident.
Yeah, that's why they coordinate swap. They swap the coordinate.
You didn't like to say that.
I don't want to plug in 2 because I'm looking for the inverse, not the. I'm looking for the inverse, not a x value. Because I'm looking at the inverse at 2. Inverse at 2, that means original function is y is equal to 2. So you should set that equal to 2.
Oh, wait. You plug in 8, right? Yeah.
Actually, inverse function is 2. But the y, you gotta figure out what the y is.
Yeah, the table, like,
You sub backwards. You plug in the 2 into the original function. So I plug in 2 is equal to here. I sub backwards.
Oh, that's inverse.
I never feel like such a no energy.
he's trying to.
Remember in middle school when you were like my future career? Yeah. That's all I remember you from. Like in middle school. Okay. But like we would sit next to each other and just leave it. You don't remember that? middle school.
Nah, but like, Monday is a rest day. That's one weekend. Saturday, I work Sunday. Dude, I take care of my M school, bro. It's Monday, not
don't have to carry that around.
Why are you? No.
Why don't we finish taking the intro?
Because
My question either you.
I forgot to do everything else.
You.
Oh, that's very cool. Maybe you're smooth.
Are you gonna steal the show?
All right, get your homework out. Gotta look at things.
No round.
I needed more things to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that would be over. But I just,
Oh, I'm not getting it. I'll drink all my yellow five.
It's gonna be like e to the negative x to the fourth, and then it's gonna over 1.
yeah, but there's.
You think so?
I still would keep it as negative x to the 4. Personally, I think. I'm not really sure, but I think
I'll ask you. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do that.
93.
you have homework?
I got like, Mr.
In my life.
We have like e to the negative x to the fourth, like we put over 1 or keep it as negative. What? Because we have like negative x to the fourth. Should we put it over 1 to the positive or anything like the same thing?
I think go over the door, but there's no way.
No, you should be talking about a problem. How do I do something? You don't know, obviously you didn't know how to do it.
I fixed it. Yeah, me too. And I thought it was
Or 93, I got 1/2 e to the 2x minus 1 plus 2. Yep. For 94, I got negative 1/3 e to the 1 minus 3x plus 2. Negative 1/3 and then e to the 1 minus 3x plus 2. For 95, I got
I did it, but
e to the x cubed plus 6. I got e to the I.
Take my next one.
No, you split it up.
What was your
All right, I'm gonna airdrop you the answers. So I'm gonna airdrop you the answer. So Carl, your airdrop. I'm airdropping your answer if you need answer.
So, what did you put as your e? I mean, you.
U is for
Square root.
yes,
Okay.
but I only use sub e to the square root of x. That's not bottom. Does that make sense?
Yeah. e to the root x is one we use, and I thought that's where I messed up.
Root x is gonna be your u because once you do your u, you can see that you can see that there's x in the negative half.
Oh, okay. Alright, nice. In my mind, I thought maybe if you did like e to the root, that's like a fraction of a fraction.
You get no.
I think that's right. Or that would be, yeah.
They had a question on
Oh, 40%? But since
yeah, for 123, it was just the. For 123, it just we use the value of 1 to find the c, and then we take the
Yeah, you're just finding your c.
Same thing for 124, we just define your c's that way.
Oh, and you can take something like,
Yeah, I just glanced from because
you can get
124 is also the same concept. Well, it is the same concept.
We only do the r.
Oh, shoot. You're right.
Yeah, we need, 109.
There's just,
109 was not hard, but you need to calculate.
for 127, like how do you start? Because those questions can be like how I should start.
Okay, just find the area of the region bounded by the graph.
So obviously we're taking an integral from 1
Sometimes those are like,
0 to 5.
yeah, but then that's the difference.
120. Zero,
One of
zero
our
to
questions. Yeah, we have another one.
And why is it? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. So 0
Hey,
to
you just integrate it from 0 to
well, what do they mean by the y equals 0?
That means I mean, okay, so that means you want to take the area.
Ria, let's talk about calculus.
Y equals 0 is a vertical line at 0. That means it's telling you to find the area A to B.
Let's talk about
Only
calculus.
above the y-axis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that part really confused me. So okay, that makes sense. And there you just find the integral, which
Okay, let me know which question need me help.
105.
Yes.
105. Let me see. 105. If I remember correct, it's a light work. Think of algebra first. What can you do if it's algebra? Thank you. Did you split? There's nothing to do with substitution. You can split them. It's light work. Did you do this? It'll be 5 over negative 2 e to the negative 2x plus e to the negative x plus c. Too easy. When the top has multiple terms, the bottom is one term. It doesn't matter derivative or integration, they all split. There was a u substitution happen here, by the way. U is equal to 2x, u equal to negative x. I just didn't show that work, but there's u substitution happen there.
Does the sign change since it's fractal integrals? Why does it change
Because u equal to negative x.
Okay.
Du equal to negative dx. So there's a negative sign will cancel, become positive. Next question.
Could you go over 104?
104. I don't know. That's a good question. 104. 2e to the x minus 2e to the negative x over e to the x plus e to the negative x. Now, I will probably factor the 2 on the top. That's going to yield this. Right, I will do that because I can do u equal to e to the x plus e to the negative x. Du is equal to e to the x minus e to the negative x dx. That's going to be u squared. E to the x minus e to the negative x times du over e to the x minus e to the negative x. Cancel out perfectly. 2 in the front. So it'll be 2 du over u squared. Is that natural log here?
No.
That's a power rule. So that is going to be u to the negative 1 over negative 1 times 2. So it'll be negative 2 over e to the x plus e to the negative x plus c. This one's hard. This one's okay. But it's not doable. It's doable.
104.
No. That won't resolve. Now it's going to have something that's not canceled because of the chain rule. You're going to have e to the x plus e to the negative x not able to cancel. Because if you take that chain rule, it's going to be 2e to the x plus e to the negative x times e to the x minus e to the negative x. So you get extra term. A good question. This one's not light work. This one's okay. It's mid. Huh? Huh?
Who's teaching you all these
I don't know.
things?
Mid. 10119?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you supposed to do? Integrate, right? But you're supposed to separation the variable first. Y equal to, I don't know, u equal to negative x over 2. Du is equal to negative 1/2 dx. So that's going to be negative 2 du equal to dx. So that's going to be negative 4 e to the u du. So negative 4 e to the negative x over 2 plus c. And then just plugging 0 and 1. 1 equal to negative 4 e to the 0 plus c. So c is equal to 5, I believe. Is that right? So it's going to be equal to negative 4 e to the negative x over 2 plus 5. So that is your final evaluation. Yeah. 99. What would you do? What would you set u as?
I said it to use the negative.
No.
Maybe 1 plus 0.
That e to the negative x will eventually cancel out on the numerator. So it'll be u prime over u. But I think it will be negative. It'll be negative natural log 1 plus e to the negative x plus c. Questions? Next questions. that okay? No other problem?
How would you do 121?
121. I did that last period, so I'm not gonna redo it again. It's right here. I don't know. Wait, hold on a second. This one here. I moved the dx to the other side, integrated. X cancel out 1 over 2a. E to the ax squared plus c. 2a is gonna left outside. E to the u. U equal to ax squared. $98. What did you set u as? Uh-huh. And you should get the x cube cancel out eventually, but you end up being negative. So it would be negative e to the 1 over x squared. Wait, hold on a second. You might have a 1/2 outside, I think. This is a good question. This is a good test question, by the way. E to the 1 over x squared, x cubed dx. U equal to 1 over x squared. U equal to x to the negative 2. Du equal to negative 2 x to the negative 3 dx. Write down this dx is very valuable. Negative 3 dx. So that's going to be e to the u, x cubed. This one's going to be du over negative 2 x to the 3 because I flipped upwards. This cancel out. And yeah, this is a good one. That's a good one to put on the not dying. Next question. Now I do like this question. I'll definitely put this test question. Is yesterday's homework was e to the 2x. It was y equal to e to the 2x. Finding the integration between finding the area between 0 to k, and the area is equal to 3. Do you guys remember that? That was yesterday's homework. But yesterday's homework is that we didn't teach you how to do integration. So let's see if you guys can figure out how to find the value k where area is equal to 3. And this is from yesterday's homework. I thought that we should go over it because I'm gonna definitely put this one on the test. It's a good question, by the way. Why is that a good question? Because it's a k problem. Now, nobody, you guys never did it this way. We know that just integration between e to the 2x dx between 0 to k, right? Does that make sense? Is equal to 3, right? We understand that, but we're trying to find the k. We're not trying to find the area because we already know the area. We just need to know which value to stop at in order to get area is exactly equal to 3. Turns out, I can say u equal to 2x, just like, that's why we're supposed to put it on today's homework because we didn't know how to take integration. And this du over 2 equal to dx. So that's going to be e to the u du, and this is half. 0 to 2k because I'm multiplying k here, so it's 2k and 0. It's equal to 3. Obviously, I can multiply 2 on both sides, so it'll be e to the 2k minus e to the 0 is equal to 6 because I multiplied on 2 on both sides. So e to 2k minus 1 equal to 6. E to 2k is equal to 7. Natural log of e to 2k is equal to 7. Natural log of 7. 2k equal to ln7. K equal to ln7 over 2. So if you got this yesterday, you did a very good job. Because yesterday you didn't know how to take integration. You figured out how to take integration. But we also find the value k this time. Wait. I plug in the boundary. I plug in the k into the 2x. I always use up. Even the boundary needs a switch. So this is a good question. This is what I'll put on a test. A lot of those questions I will just go over as good test question. Okay, can we go over stuff today? Jared, can you check your calendar? Are you able to go at March 2nd? Or you have marble competition that day?
I'm not sure.
At least, can you check if you can go March 5th? It's gonna be Semper. Semper High School, Seminole High School. And then Jimmy, if you want to go March 2nd. I don't know if anybody else want to go. You're more welcome to come. Anderson, also check. Sean will tell you we had a fun time. We go to ethnic field trip. Went to a Vietnamese festival and Puerto Rican festival. What'd you say? Cannot hear you.
I got bothered by some mascots.
Mascots?
At the Puerto Rican festival.
I kind of want to hear. So I don't know. I don't know. Cooper's kids should be able to find the inverse function. One shot of tonic. No. In math, it means something else. In math, it means